Don't I look just glorious as a witch? The outfits are perfect. I mean, you trust me as your companion, right? Right? Anyways, time to tell you 5 tips I wish I'd known before losing myself in this really extremely addicting game. No joke, I could talk hours on it. Inventory, oh my god, inventory management. When you first start, you'll have many chests. And if you are a loot whore like I am, you would want it all. But you have a pretty small capacity. Sure, you could just trash the items, but that is money you were losing out on. Just for you to loot a common chest and get the same damn item. Plus, those items could be sold and that money really adds up. So when you finally come across that epic chest and that epic piece of clothing, you'll actually have space for it, which is always great to have. Go for levels. Sure, it's easy from the start, but to access certain things later on or even before completing a storyline, like, I don't know, using unforgivable curses, I suggest farm field guide manuals. They give the most XP and it's the easiest XP. Plus, Hogwarts is a max level of 40. Become the perfectionist you were meant to be and collect all the paper and get the big brain. Not unlocking the ability to, well, unlock locks. To obtain the unlocking spell Alamora, you must progress the game to its autumn season. Sure, it doesn't feel like an early game tip, but I assure you, you are not that far in the story. Once that happens, you get the side quest, Man Behind the Moon, where you meet the man oh so thoughtfully named Gladwin Moon. After you talk to him and do his quest, you can now unlock locks. Why is this so important, you may ask? If you haven't noticed, there are locks literally everywhere around Hogwarts and the lands. In tiers 1, 2, and 3. You unlock one when completing the mission, so you get access to a bunch of collectibles and loot you wouldn't have ever gotten to be able to collect for a long time. The only problem is, to get to the higher tiers, you need to find these special statues that can only be collected at night, and they could be anywhere in the world. I mean anywhere. And it's the most tedious task yet. But you should just bite the wand and just go for it, because it will save you so much trouble later on. Money, doubloons, schmeckles, chump change, whatever you want to call it, you better collect every pouch, chest, and item drop for that delicious gold. Things start to get crazy expensive, and that's not even the epic things you could buy yet. There are ways to get a lot of money, and I'll make a small video on it. In short, one-eyed chests get 500 gold per. Being able to buy potions and resources is very helpful. Rob those very weird, pitiful creatures of their money and become a pimped-out wizard. Are you talentless in real life? Do you wish you were cooler and have magical abilities? Sorry to say, but that won't happen. But talents in Hogwarts, now that's where it's at. Skill points and unlocking new shit that will allow you to create your own playstyles are always fun. Be careful though, you have a limit on how many you can use, so use and save those points wisely. With a total of 36 points available, I suggest buying these specifically. All of the spell slots, obviously. You need one for your petting zoo, your Armageddon, your room of requirement, and for utility. Otherwise, you'll be switching spells every single time. The glacious talent upgrade for a great area damage that pairs really well with Confringo. Freeze or slow the enemy and then just toss a fireball at them and it causes a massive explosion and shards everywhere, hitting multiple enemies at once. It's my favorite. Dodge roll, obviously, because it's just too good not to have. The ability to long distance dodge and dash is always a handy tool. The ability to counter attacks that build ancient magic and to send double the projectiles right back at the enemy when you are a perfect countering. Ancient attacks come in clutch, and sending double the projectiles means they spread out to more than one person. Those are some personal main talents you should go for. Past that, create your own style. I know I have a couple in room of requirement, so I can have a lot of plant pets to attack with me. And potions, because I went the witch route. Because who knew a bunch of vegetables would become just as much of a threat as Voldemort himself. Other than talents, the insane amount of gear and gear level upgrades you can get really change your gameplay, which I am going to go into more detail later in another video. But for now, if you want quick and easy loot even before you get your wand and start of the game, I suggest you watch this video. Teach you how to solve the puzzles, and I just give you the answers.